Snoop Dogg bursts into tears on The Voice as he decides who to send home in the knockouts. I'm hurt. Monday's episode also revealed that Team Gwen contestant Moore Ilderton is no longer in the competition. On Monday, November 18th, the legendary rapper was caught between a rock and a hard place when he had to decide which of his team members to send home on The Voice. For this round of the knockouts, Chris Dio, Michaela Aira, and Tor Blake put their best foot forward during their respective performances. After all three were finished, Snoop grew increasingly emotional as he grappled with the decision. I didn't think I was gonna get this emotional. I love these three girls. Y'all made me proud, Snoop, 53, said with tears in his eyes. Why Gwen Stefani thinks Reba McEntire is mad at her on The Voice, he added, I'm so torn right now because I can't take all of y'all with me. I'm hurt. And I'm supposed to be strong right now. I'm supposed to make y'all strong. But this is how you affected me. I love each and every one of you. The Drop It Like It's Hot rapper then said it felt like it was his own daughters up there, and he's going to send two off to college while one of them gets to stay home. He then closed his eyes and raised his arms. The gangster Holy Ghost, don't ever let me down, he said. Ladies, I love all three of you. I'm so honored to have been able to be your coach, spend time with you, to get to know you, to give you something to roll with for the rest of your lives because you affected me for the rest of my life, he said, before revealing the winner. So with that being said, the winner of this knockout is Michaela, Snoop concluded. MGK to join The Voice as Gwen Stefani's playoff advisor, exclusive. In a moment that no one saw coming, the legendary rapper Snoop Dogg, known for his laid-back persona and smooth rhymes, found himself in an unexpected and emotional predicament during his role as a mentor on The Voice. As the knockout rounds loomed, tension built to a crescendo, and what started as another exciting episode of the reality singing competition quickly turned into an emotional roller coaster, especially for Snoop. The unexpected mentor. When Snoop Dogg was first announced as a guest mentor on The Voice, fans were intrigued. What could the West Coast rap icon, known for his chilled-out swagger, bring to a show famous for its high-stakes drama and vocal powerhouse performances? However, from the moment he stepped into the rehearsal studio, it was clear Snoop wasn't just a rap legend on vacation. He was deeply committed to the success of the artists under his wing. His insightful critiques, unique musical approach, and undeniable charisma instantly won over the contestants, the audience, and even the other coaches. But for Snoop, this wasn't just another project. His connection to music runs deep, transcending genre boundaries. Music is a universal language, he had said in one of the earlier episodes, a philosophy he brought into every interaction with the contestants. Yet, as much as he relished his role as a mentor, he wasn't prepared for the emotional toll it would take during the knockouts. The knockouts, a test of heart. The knockout rounds are known for being some of the toughest parts of the competition. After the blind auditions and battles, only the best of the best remain. Contestants are pitted against each other, and only one can move forward from each matchup. For the coaches, it's a brutal decision-making process. And this time, Snoop was feeling the pressure. As the knockouts approached, Snoop found himself with two immensely talented singers on his team, each with their own unique sound and style. On one side, there was Sarah, a powerhouse vocalist with a voice that could shake the rafters, whose emotional connection to every song left audiences speechless. On the other side was Jordan, a smooth, soulful singer whose effortless control and jazz-inflected performances made everything he sang sound timeless. Both had earned Snoop's respect, but more than that, they had earned his friendship. The two singers had been assigned their songs for the knockout, and both delivered performances that left everyone, including Snoop, in awe. Sarah, belting out a heart-wrenching ballad, connected with every note, bringing an intensity that made her a front-runner. Jordan, meanwhile, gave a performance that was the very definition of cool, hitting every note with precision and soul. It was a masterclass in vocal control. The audience was on the edge of their seats, and the other coaches were visibly impressed. But for Snoop, this wasn't just about who gave the best performance. He had gotten to know these artists on a personal level. He had seen them struggle, grow, and transform. He had invested himself in their dreams, their fears, and their futures, and now he had to decide which one of them would go home. It was the kind of decision that can break even the toughest hearts. The moment of truth as the lights dimmed and Snoop prepared to make his decision, the weight of the moment was palpable. The other coaches, familiar with the agony of the knockouts, offered silent support from their chairs, knowing that they had each faced this same dilemma countless times before. But for Snoop, this was new territory. This wasn't about business deals or hit records. This was about the dreams of two individuals who had poured their souls into the competition. With the cameras rolling and the audience waiting, Snoop took a deep breath. He spoke to both contestants, praising them for their talent and growth. "Y'all both did your thing," he said, his voice steady but thick with emotion. "I'm proud of both of you. You've grown so much, and no matter what happens tonight, you both got a future in this game." But as he began to speak more directly about the choice he had to make, his voice began to tremble. "This is the hardest thing I've had to do on this show. It's not just about who sang better. It's about who I feel has the potential to go all the way." The studio was silent. Then, as Snoop looked from Sarah to Jordan, his emotions overwhelmed him. He covered his face with his hands and burst into tears. "I'm hurt, man," he choked out. "This ain't easy for me." The cameras caught every second of Snoop's vulnerability, and the audience, both in the studio and at home, was stunned. This was a side of Snoop Dogg few had ever seen. The cool, unflappable rapper who had built a career on being laid back was now openly weeping on national television. It was a raw, human moment, and it instantly became one of the most talked about scenes in The Voice's history. A decision from the heart. After several moments, Snoop regained his composure, but the weight of the decision was still heavy on him. With tears still glistening in his eyes, he made his choice. "I've got to go with my heart," he said, his voice cracking. "The artist I'm choosing to move forward is Jordan." It was a gut-wrenching decision. Sarah, visibly emotional but holding it together, thanked Snoop for the opportunity, her voice breaking with gratitude. Jordan, though grateful, seemed almost shocked, knowing how tough the decision had been for Snoop. As Sarah left the stage, Snoop called her back for a hug. "You a star," he whispered in her ear, his voice still thick with emotion. "This ain't the end for you. You got it, believe that." The moment was bittersweet. Snoop's decision had been made, but it had come at a cost. His heart was clearly still torn, and the emotional weight of sending someone home had left a lasting impact. The audience gave a standing ovation, not just for the performers, but for Snoop, who had shown that even the coolest, toughest people can be deeply affected by the emotional toll of decisions like these. The aftermath in the days that followed, Snoop's emotional moment on The Voice became a viral sensation. Social media exploded with fans expressing their shock and admiration for the rapper's vulnerability. "Seeing Snoop cry just broke me," one fan tweeted. "He cares so much about these artists, and that's why we love him." Snoop, for his part, reflected on the moment in interviews, explaining that it had caught him off guard. "I didn't expect it to hit me like that," he admitted. "But these kids, man, they got dreams. And when you see someone putting their all into something, it's hard to tell them no." That's real talk. The moment solidified Snoop Dogg's role as one of The Voice's most beloved guest mentors. His raw emotion, combined with his deep respect for the artists, showed that even the most iconic figures in music can be moved by the power of human connection. For Snoop, this wasn't just another gig. It was a heartfelt journey, and one that left an indelible mark on both the show and his legacy.